And now it's time to give my thoughts on the divisional round of the playoffs, okay? Just wrapped up and everything. First up, we got Houston versus Kansas City. I got my Inspags We Trust t-shirt on and everything. So some overall takeaways from the game. I thought Patrick did what he needed to do. Didn't have a gaudy stat line by any means, like one passing touchdown, a little bit over 100 yards. I think, 16 for 25. It wasn't flashy, but he got it done. And I said this last week, but it doesn't matter to me if you do 300 yards and 3 touchdowns if you lose the game. I could give a fuck less about that. It's about the win. So Patrick did what he needs to do. And that one touchdown to Kelsey, crazy the way he was falling down through it and everything. So I'll definitely say that. Kelsey had a big game, over 100 yards, all of his receptions. I thought that D-Hop was due for a big game, and maybe he will have a big game next week. Him, Hollywood Brown, you didn't see a whole lot. Xavier Worthy had some nice catches overall. I felt like they let CJ Stroud use his legs a little bit too much. I should have got some more stops on him. I will definitely say that. However, whenever they needed it, like mainly toward the end of the game, I want to say like they really got all those stops. You know, they got 8 sacks, which is absolutely incredible. George Karlaftis was immaculate in this game. Okay, it had to be done. I think Chris Jones got a sack as well. So yeah, there was that. I mean, everyone just did what they were supposed to do. Okay, everyone did what they were supposed to do. So for the most part, I was happy with it and everything. And so, yeah, they even asked Mahomes after the game. They're like, oh, like, were you a little rusty and everything? You haven't played in a few weeks. And it was like, I'm not going to use that as an excuse. This is a really good defense we played. And, yeah, the defense had some good moments for them, for sure. I'm glad that, Mahomes and co didn't turn the ball over and everything. And so, yeah, got it done. So thankful about that. And I saw somebody say this, but I love how the games never turn into a shootout. Like, we force other teams to play our style and everything like that, and it never turns into a shootout kind of situation. So that is one thing I do appreciate about this team, and just like how well it's coached on every single level. In terms of the Texans, they want to go and complain about the refs when we're not talking about the fact that he missed a field goal, he got a field goal blocked, and he missed an extra point. So that's 7 points you're leaving on the board right there. In the beginning, you let, a 63-yard or whatever kickoff return. So there was that. And then he was slamming people around and all that stuff. So he's going to be held accountable for that. You get the penalties, so that's that. And then the offensive line did not hold up for Texas well at all. Like I just said, they got 8 sacks on him. So, yeah, they got sacks on him. They got pressure on him and made him throw the ball away and stuff like that. So, they had those situations as well. So, we have to talk about that. And, yeah, they just didn't do what they needed to do. They didn't know what they needed to do. They had some nice plays. I don't think CJ played that bad. I think he actually had, over 200 yards. Like, he didn't play that bad. It's just when your offensive line doesn't really give you a whole lot of time, there's that. I think the injuries to Tank Dell, Stephon Diggs definitely affected them in this game. Obviously, how could they not? So, yeah, I think it was things like that, and, yeah, we did what needed to be done. We did what needed to be done. And, yeah, they want to complain about the penalties and all that stuff. And there might have been one bad call or two, but like I always say, 9 times out of 10, the penalty is not really going to decide the game. Like, there's been games where, we got holding penalties and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure we got holding, false start, other penalties like that. At the end of the day, you have to play through the penalty, and you have to find a way to win the game. 9 times out of 10, you're getting the penalty because you're doing something you weren't supposed to be doing. You're playing a sloppy game. Chiefs know how to win in a variety of circumstances, so I was happy with that. And yeah, on Twitter, I predicted the score to be 24-14. I know on here I said it was going to be a 7-point game, and then I changed my mind. So I was actually kind of close. And everything. And it ends up being 23-14 because they took an intentional safety at the end. But yeah, as long as we get the win, that's really what is most important to me. And so I'm just really glad we did that. 7th straight AFC Championship game coming soon. Playoff Patrick is different. Y'all were doubting. Happy to see it. Washington versus Detroit. I had Detroit winning this game, as you guys know. And yeah, Jared Goff completely shit the bed. I think he had 3 turnovers. I believe one was a pick 6 that he threw. And I think I missed that part and had to come back. And then he was out of the game and he came back. And it was just a bad performance overall. And Amon-Ra had a decent game and everything, but yeah, Jared Goff just really sold the game hard. Jared Goff is a system quarterback. I can't really defend him this offseason. He completely shit the bed. And what did I tell you guys? That the injuries to the defense were going to catch up to them. And I said at some point it's going to matter. And here it is. The defense, that was something else as well. Jaden Daniels was composed. He played a great game. He ran when he needed to. Good at passing the ball. Got some clutch moments there. And yeah, they just got outperformed. So Jaden Daniels as a rookie advancing to the NFC Championship game. Absolutely bonkers. And yeah, not something I predicted. But yeah, they did well. So congratulations to the Washington Commanders team. I'll say that. We got the Rams in Philly. So I missed the first half of the game. The second half of the game, my takeaways is that, you know, there was some good and bad moments by both teams. I thought Saquon, he had over 200 yards. So Saquon's really a star of this game too. Be honest with you, I don't think AJ Brown had a big game again, which is unfortunate. So one of these days he's going to have a big game again because you absolutely need him. I think Goddard probably had a good player too. So yeah, Jalen Hurts, his stat line doesn't look pretty, but he won, you know, but yeah, I feel like if anything, this game was really carried off the back of Saquon Barkley, so there was that as well and everything. And yeah, I don't know. It's escaping me all my thoughts on this game. I'm just happy that the Eagles got the win. You know, my favorite team in the NFC is the Eagles, so I'm happy about it. This is what I predicted, and they get the win. And then the last drive, the Rams had a chance to go and win, but then Stafford on 4th down or 3rd down or whatever, the pass was incomplete. So it is what it is. The defense was huge. They got some big stops. They got the win, and that's really what it's all about. So congratulations to the Eagles. I got Baltimore and we got Buffalo. So Buffalo ends up winning. Well, here's what I can say. I was wrong about the game. You guys know I predicted that the Baltimore Ravens were going to be taking it. Josh Allen beats a division champion for the first time. So there's that. The win over Lamar, you know, it's good. So I'll say that. So I was wrong about that. You know, I wanted so badly for Lamar Jackson to shake off this playoff choker narrative and get the win. I wanted that so bad. Y'all don't even understand. And I'm mainly a Chiefs fan, but I really like the Ravens. I'm fond of Lamar. However, this game, Lamar choked. He choked. I'm so sorry. He threw an interception toward the beginning of the game, so there was that. And then he fumbled the ball later in the game. Mark Andrews fumbled the ball after he got a pass from Lamar. And then there was a 2-point conversion later where he dropped the ball as well. So there was just sloppy stuff in terms of a turnover battle, in terms of incomplete passes, and all that stuff. And just, this wasn't the Ravens team that we've really been seeing all season for the most part, you know? Lamar just shit the bed so bad. Like, this player choker narrative is going to continue. And at this point, it's just like, it's going to continue for a reason. When you play like this in such a big game and everything like that, it really matters what you do in the playoffs, okay? Until I see Lamar win in the playoffs and get that Super Bowl, which I hope that he does, this playoff choker narrative is going to be there. He didn't play well. The team didn't play well. Defense really wasn't able to get a whole lot of huge stops when they needed to. Like, they would get some stops, and then on 4th down, like, they would go and convert anyways. The Bills wouldn't, so like that. So, like, there's that. Josh Allen and co played well, and for the most part, I don't have an issue with Josh Allen as a player. Like I said, I feel like you guys overrate him. A lot of my hate towards the Bills really comes from the fan base. Y'all keep trying to say he better than Mahomes and blah, 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 and I get sick of the fan base, really. Josh Allen is a good player. I've said that before. I feel like multiple things can exist at once. But yeah, they end up getting the win. They end up getting the win in a close game and everything. And yeah, the way the Ravens choked that game away had to be one for the books, And unfortunate to see Lamar's playoff journey come to an end. And yeah, that's kind of my review. In the end, I'm just happy that my team win. We go into the AFC Championship game. We had some good games in the books. Excited for the conference championships. And so that's my review. And then when you're seeing this, I will be doing a video giving you guys my predictions for who I think is going to be winning the conference championship. So check that out on my profile if you're watching on TikTok or on YouTube, Anastasia25 Vlogs.